Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Reference Roundtable. My name's Michael, and I'm joined today by Lacey. Just the two of us today. Sarah's out. And if you're looking at your calendars, you would notice today is July 3rd. And if I'm doing my math correctly, if I've looked at my work schedule correctly, that means that tomorrow is July 4th. So we thought we would do something extra festive to get in that 4th of July Independence Day spirit with today's Reference Roundtable episode.
I feel ready. I need some patriotic spirit. So
I
think you're gonna bring it to me.
You know me. If you're looking for that, I've got it. So this box in front of us, it has 6 books in it. And if you watched our summer reading book list Would You Rather episode, it's kind of like that, where each of these books on the inside of the front cover, there's a little slip of paper. And on that slip of paper is a Would You Rather that's kind of inspired by the book.
Okay.
So
this is all new to me too. I don't know the books that Michael picked and everything. So I'm doing this along with all of you.
Yes. And you should answer these questions along with us. It was really fun last time you started playing Would You Rather in the comments with us. And I know we enjoyed it. So we kind of wanted to try it again and see if it works for like one of our themed holiday episodes. So play along with us. I did these Would You Rathers a couple days ago. I remember a few of them, but I'll play along with you, and some of them will be a surprise for me. I can forget what I wrote 2 days ago. It's not that hard. So yes, there are 6 books in here. We'll introduce the book to you, and then we'll read the Would You Rather. They're all in the collection, so once we're done with today's episode, bring them back up, get them checked in. If there's anything you'd like to read, you'll be able to check it out after we're done with the episode. All right, I think that you should go first, Lacey.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
I'm just picking whatever on top. So we have The Hour of Land, A Personal Topography of America's National Parks by Terry Tempest Williams. All right. Are we ready for the Would You Rather, everybody?
Tempest is a great middle name.
Would you rather live in a national park of your choice or visit every single national park? Okay, that's such a loaded question because, like, do I get to be alone in the national park, or am I going to have, like, thousands of tourists shuffling past my door every day? I have questions.
I think you can choose where in the national park your home is.
Okay. Because
when I was writing this, the way I thought it would be difficult for you to choose is because you would like the solitude of living in a national park.
Live in a national park would definitely be my choice. I'd rather live in the national park than visit every single one.
Which one do you think
Rocky Mountain National Park.
Okay.
Love it.
You could
love it there.
Yeah?
So beautiful.
Do you have like a vision in your mind's eye of what your little
Rocky Mountain it's like a little cabin, and it's like in the rocky part, there's like nobody there, but like there's like a moose every once in a while. Like
I love it.
I have ideas. Dagna says she'd rather visit, so she wants to be able to visit all of them.
I think visit as well, Dagna, except there's probably like 2 or 3 on there that I don't want to go to because they're full of like creatures and things I don't like.
I wonder if you have to, though. Like if by that, like you have to visit them even if you don't want to.
You have to.
Yeah. You have to do
it.
Have
to. Do you have to do it what? Like within a time frame? Oh.
No, I think it'd be more fun to just like
once a year.
You have to hit all of them, but no rush.
You know, and I'd have time to prepare. I think I'll visit them. So Dagna and I can go on the trip together, and we'll stop by your little cabin in the woods and say hello to you.
Okay, I promise not to chase. I promise not to chase you off. So that was The Hour of Land. If you wanna,
maybe I'll put them. All right. This is the United States Constitution.
Oh, we've got some more. Ooh. Adam says he says cabin. Emerald Lake is in the Rocky Mountain National Park where he wants to live. So we can live there together. We can stay married.
I love it. When I was you're like fulfilling the vision I had in my head when I wrote that Would You Rather. I was imagining you and Adam in a cabin in the woods, and I'm glad.
Living blissfully.
Living blissfully.
Oh, this is really neat. Dagna says her cousin is living this summer in the Rocky Mountain National Park as a camp host and is posting lots of moose pictures. And that's like the first, like we were driving like into the park and there was like 6 moose just like chilling on the side of the road, just staring at the cars. So I believe it.
I've always wanted to see a moose and I never have. Like
they're so big.
That's why I want to see them. They're so big. I can't even.
And they're very, I mean, I mean, I'm sure there's times where you should stay away from moose, but when we were there, it was, I think, in July a few years ago, and they were just so chill. They just kind of stood there and stared at you.
I have a second cousin who lives in Alaska, and they didn't know until after they bought their house that it's a rutting area.
Oh, that's scary.
So every year, these bull moose return, and they can't leave out their front door. They have to secretly leave out the back of their house, and they can't use their driveway because the moose will charge them.
Wow.
So,
all right.
Enough about moose. I don't know if moose have constitutional protections, although I don't know if what's the EPA under?
They probably have protections if they're in the national park, though.
Oh, you're right.
Because that would be federal land.
That's a good segue. The United States Constitution, a graphic adaptation.
Oh, that's fun.
This is cool. It's like a graphic novel about the Constitution, so it has
Is it like kind of how they got together and like wrote it and stuff, and you know what I mean? Like, talked about it and what they wanted to include.
It looks like it's that, and then it's also, it goes through everything that's been added since and like why, and some stories about how the Constitution's used.
A very thorough history.
Yeah, like examples of like cases and stuff. This is super fascinating. I would read this. This would be a cool way to like, I think like high schoolers who are like in their American class.
Yeah.
It's written by Jonathan Hennessy, arts by Aaron McConnell. Of course, the original United States Constitution had a different author, but if you want to learn more about it, that's in here. Where's my little slip? Here you are. Okay. Would you rather have spent your life working for the 18th Amendment only to have it overturned after a decade, or live in Philadelphia?
That is really, I don't even know how to like.
The 18th Amendment was prohibition.
Yes.
So would you rather have to like have spent your like peak years fighting, really traveling, advocating for prohibition,
or live in Philadelphia,
or live in Philadelphia?
I'm gonna say I'll live in Philadelphia.
Okay, I've thought about this because I had a little bit of time. This is the only one I remembered because I really had to think on this. I really don't want to live in Philadelphia. No disrespect to the Eagles, those people who live there, and the Liberty Bell.
I don't want to like fight for something. Well, first of all, I'm not really like
a teetotaler.
Like yay prohibition.
Yeah.
I mean, do what you want, but like to fight for anything, even if you really support it and have it go through and then have it overturned like 10 years later, that would be a big bummer.
It would be a big bummer. I was thinking, though, that I would make lemonade out of lemons, and I would do the big fight to help pass.
You would be not living in Philadelphia fighting the good fight.
I would not be living in Philadelphia. But then, like, okay, whatever. We passed prohibition. It's been overturned. But the friends I made along the way, the network I've had, like, I can probably get myself a speaking gig. I can go work in D.C. somewhere. I can be a consultant.
You're the new, is it Carrie Nation? Was she one
Carrie
of the?
Nation with the axe.
Yeah.
We actually have a new book that I want to read in the new book section. I think we might have unboxed it. It's called Firebrands, and it's all about the women who fought for prohibition.
We have, everybody's on the Philadelphia train except for you, basically. Dogma says Philadelphia. And Adam says, I would never advocate for prohibition. Dark days.
That's true. That's
and
true.
then Sarah, our lovely co-host who's not here today, wants to know how long she would have to live in Philadelphia.
The rest of your life.
Forever.
That's your residence. Like, that's...
You're Philadelphian.
And no, you don't have, like, a part-time home somewhere else. You live in Philadelphia. You're a Philadelphian.
I guess I'm a Philadelphian.
Yes, you are.
Bye. All right. I think it's my turn now.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
here, let me move it closer so it's easier.
I don't want to ruin any books. All right, so we have Smithson's Gamble, The Smithsonian Institution in American Life, 1836 to 1906, by Tom D. Crouch. And if I remember right, this is all about the Smithsonian Institution. And it's a foundation starting. I think basically a guy donated a bunch of stuff. And that's kind of what started it off, I believe. Cool. That or money. It was something like that. But anyway, that's Smithson's Gamble. Oh, you and Sarah are going to stay here. She says she's going to work against the 18th. Or for the 18th.
Who was that? Who was the preacher that was murdered over by where the Hard Rock is today?
Oh, it starts with an H.
Father
Haddock. George Haddock. Reverend
George Haddock and us, we would have been the Three Amigos.
There you go.
running around with an axe.
All right. So the would you rather for this Smithson's Gamble is, would you rather found a new Smithsonian museum on the subject of your choice, but never be involved in its business beyond that, or work at a current Smithsonian museum in the career of your choice? Current. No. Like, I would just love to work there now, I think. And to do, like, I don't know, be involved in, like, archiving stuff or making the exhibits. I think to work there and, like, to be able to dedicate, like, your whole career is cool. Like, to set up your own would be great, but you would be done after however long it took. I mean, even if it took 5 years, that wouldn't be an entire career. Right. So to be able to do my entire career at the Smithsonian, yes. That's how I look at it.
And I feel like we have resumes where we could go there and do a job at the Smithsonian. And it wouldn't be that different. I mean, it would be different, but
I'm sure they have a few librarians on staff.
It's not out of our wheelhouse. Okay, I think I would found a new Smithsonian museum. I don't know what the subject of my choice would be. I know
snakes.
Not the Museum of Snakes and Serpents and Evil. I know that to be true. But I think something like, there probably is this. I know there's like the pop culture section of the Smithsonian, but I think we need like a pop culture.
You could do more. Like you could do one that was like an offshoot, but like more in depth. Like you could do one that was like only for like pop music or only for rock. You know what I mean? Like you could do something like that.
I'm thinking like a Rock Hall of Fame museum type concept, but like with Smithsonian chutzpah out.
Dogma's with me. She says she'd want to work there, you know, currently, but it would be hard to pick like where.
Yeah, and it'd be cool to like be part of that legacy. Because my worry with like founding my imaginary Smithsonian, having nothing to do with it afterwards, is like, what if somebody gets there and their curatorial mission is like contrary to the spirit, you know, like,
and then you like end up hating it, you know, your creation.
Right. I like put all that time and money and my name on it. Hard to relinquish control, but I still think I would found a new Smithsonian museum like dedicated to American pop culture.
I like it. I'd visit it. Maybe work there.
Oh.
All right, I think it's your turn.
Oh, it is. Sorry. Yes. Liberty's Torch: The Great Adventure to Build the Statue of Liberty by Elizabeth Mitchell. Sure, it's exactly what it says it's about.
The Statue of Liberty.
The Statue of Liberty.
Oh, Adam says he would work there currently in their film area.
Oh, that would be cool.
I want to work there. I'm going to steal your steal your answer.
Took a training once from the NYPL librarian who was in charge of their film collection, and she had all these contacts in like Hollywood and the film industry to get like
so fun.
Like if we lost our copy of something that's like out of print or really hard to find, she like knew who to reach out to, who could pull the strings.
Would be fun.
Yeah, I think you and Adam both would be great at that job.
We would very much enjoy that.
Okay, the would you rather for Liberty's Torch is, would you rather polish the Statue of Liberty to its original copper sheen?
Oh my gosh.
Or paint it an entirely new color?
Okay, I'm thinking like very like black and white here. I feel like both are a ton of work, obviously. Yes. She's not a tiny gal. No. But I think painting would be less time because you could slap it on there. Or like, you know what I mean? Where if you're like buffing and like having to polish it.
The work.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna hire people to do it.
Oh, I assumed that it was a would you rather, so it was like you.
Oh, that changes it.
You know what I mean?
Both ways.
So how are we reading it?
I don't know. Man.
I like Adam's answer because I feel like it is it's the right answer. Like oh, and I actually like both their answers. So like Adam says, if I have to do this, then I'm doing neither. But
that's how I feel.
But he says, if you're asking me what I'd rather see happen, then I'd like to see it back to the original. And Dogna also says, polish it back to the original. So like, I agree with all of you that I think it should be original, but if it's me and I have to do the work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, and then Sarah is going off the wall and she says paint new colors every few months.
Oh. That's something.
And we definitely have a lot of originalists here, though, because Camille says copper. She should say, like, you know, seeing it like how it was originally. And I have to agree.
And I think
with all of you.
Sorry,
Sarah.
I do know, though, like, that makes sense that's Sarah's answer, and I would love to see the colors that Sarah, you know, like
she would do something very stylish with Lady Liberty.
And I'm like, is it one color or
maybe we should have two of them. One original, nice and shiny copper, and then the other one can be like a different artist every like 6 months or a year or something can do their thing. And
free range kind of statue they want. Okay, the more I think about it now, I've had a time to sit with it while y'all are answering. I don't know if my answer changes either way, because I think it would be really satisfying to like polish it. Like imagine taking a cloth and going, and like the shine comes through. That would be very satisfying. Really satisfying to do.
But would it be satisfying after like the 800th day?
No, it wouldn't. So it'd be like not great, but I still think I would go with that.
Yes. I've changed my mind. I want to see the copper.
Me too. I'm really curious about it. Like I want to see it on a sunny day.
Yep.
And then I also think watching it turn back into green over time
would be interesting.
It would be really.
All right.
That was Liberty's torch. It's your turn.
Oh, Dogma says maybe different colors would show us more inclusive. That was kind of my thought too, with like, you know, doing all these artistic like renderings and stuff and letting different people.
It'd be cool.
I think you could make arguments for both.
Like for Black History Month, like invite like a different Black artist every year to like redesign it or something like that. Cool.
Okay, well, we have the very popular book, I don't know, 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. We have Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow, and this is indeed about the Alexander Hamilton and this book was the inspiration for Hamilton, the musical. I don't know that Ron Chernow has him dancing and singing a lot, but I know this is what kind of they use,
it is,
you know.
Yeah.
And it's a big boy. It's a big
He just
book.
came out with one about Mark Twain, and it's just as big, too.
Yeah, Ron Chernow is like one of the guys when it comes to writing like historical, you know, biographies. Yeah. All right, so I like this. Would you rather have your life turned into a hip-hop musical or fight in a duel? Those are wildly different options. I mean, neither, ideally. But probably the hip-hop musical because, like, well, I should ask you, you wrote this, is it a duel to the death? Because if it's a duel to the death, you got a 50-50 chance that you're not making it out of there. I don't really want to die in a duel.
Because I feel like a duel to the death is also, like, maybe they don't have great aim, and then you just get, like, the hit to your arm, and you're like, ow, and you have to go get, like, a
They could finish you off, though, if it's a duel to the death.
They could.
Like, once you were down.
They could.
So I'm going to say hip-hop musical, even though I really don't want that.
See? And I knew it would be a difficult decision for you, and there's a world where I kind of thought you would choose the duel.
Well, Adam has chosen the duel, and Sarah has chosen the hip-hop musical.
I love it.
I find the choice of a hip-hop musical for the telling of my life growing up in North Dakota to be very interesting.
It would be very interesting. Almost, I mean, but like, who would have thought a hip hop musical about Alexander Hamilton? Maybe
it'll be the next Hamilton.
Maybe. One can hope. I obviously would go with the hip hop musical based on my life.
Yeah, I figured. Dogma does not like these options. She says her musical would be pretty boring. That's how I feel.
I don't know. They've written musicals about some pretty dull people, and they figure out how to put some shine.
Yeah, but like, at least he was, I don't know. He's in a history book. I am not.
You will be after your hip hop musical comes out. I would maybe like want mine to be like a hip hop jukebox musical, and it's like my life story to the hits of Nicki Minaj.
There you go.
Ugh. Now I want to.
I smell a surefire hit.
Me too.
Off Broadway.
off, probably.
All right, I think it's yours now. Is this our last one?
This is the last one.
All right.
The last and the largest.
Ooh, that is a big one.
It's a big old coffee table book by National Geographic, and it is Inside the White House: Stories from the World's Most Famous Residents. And it is by Noel Grove with William B. Bouchon and Joel D. Treese. And
that looks fun.
It looks really cool.
It's a big coffee table book. I bet it has lots of photos.
Yes.
Like really good ones.
Let's look. Oh, this is cool. Mary Todd always just looks so unhappy to be there. Oh my gosh, Betty Ford just being a crack up.
Yeah.
Y'all see her? You can't see her. You'll have to check out the book to see this great picture of Betty Ford.
She's
sorry.
Standing on a very large dining room table.
And she's like...
It's very fabulous.
Yeah, love it. Barefoot, stocking foot. She sounded like a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The last Would You Rather for our 4th of July edition of our literary Would You Rathers. Would you rather live in the White House as a member of the first family, but not necessarily the president, or work in the White House in a well-paid, non-elected position?
Work.
Yeah.
Because then I could get like a taste of it, maybe go to a party once in a while, but less like, intense like media coverage for you. Not a fan of the media coverage. I mean, especially if you weren't like elected, if you just like show up to your job every day, you're probably not getting like hit by the paparazzi.
Yeah, like you could work in like a library.
Yeah.
Or like,
but you still get to kind of like, what do they say, rub elbows?
I think of the movie The Butler.
Yeah,
you can still have a very extraordinary life. This one's tough because there's such pros and cons. I think I would go with being part of the first family. I don't want to be the president. Let that cup continue to pass from me. But I do think like being a president's child, like a Sasha or a Malia, or like
I could see that for you.
I could be like a Jenna Bush and have my own book club later and be a Good Morning America host or something, So
sorry. Dogma says work there. Adam says agree with Lacey on this, so he'd work there. Lori says today I would rather have a root canal than either of those. And Dogma adds, family members are under so much scrutiny, and that's definitely what does it for me. I'm like, I just wouldn't want to be under those like bright lights.
Genevieve, you and I are on the same page. This is
Genevieve is going to be part of the family, the first family, and she's going to cause a ruckus and embarrass everyone and become the prodigal daughter.
Yes,
I could see you doing that.
100%. That's why. Do you remember? Was it was the Bush twins who had like a minor in possession? Do you remember that? They got caught drinking or something like that. Like, I totally would love to be like the black sheep child of the first family. And then like, imagine the Netflix documentaries. You'd get a whole Netflix deal. If Harry and Meghan got one, I could get one. You get a Netflix deal, you get speaking tours.
I'm still sticking with
But like my real reason too is also like I think it would be a really cool philanthropic opportunity. Like I think of what's her name, the Clinton daughter, Chelsea Clinton, and all she's been able to do. And like you're kind of set up for whatever you want to stick your toe into, because it's Sasha or Malia Obama's producing movies or working on films.
Dogma brought up Billy Carter. Wasn't he the namesake of Billy Beer?
Yes.
I remember seeing the empty cans of it around. I don't know, like with my grandma or uncle. Somebody had like
like you just have the impact. You're given the platform and you will make an impact whether you like it or not. And I think that's like the problem, right? So I would just embrace it. I would think about like what my philanthropic goals would be and what I'd want to do with the platform, and I would try to like really use it to the best of its ability. But also, like Genevieve said, I want to throw a little like controversy in.
And add a little spice to the White House.
That's what it needs, right? That's what it needs.
I did remember, right? Dogma says yes, Billy Beer.
Awesome.
You can make your own. Since your fight against the 18th didn't work, you could start your own distillery.
It'd be called Just Kidding. Sorry about that.
You could call it like the 18th Amendment or something.
I feel like there's a lot of bars called the 18th Amendment.
I'm sure there is. Yeah, there's a lot of prohibition themed bars.
And like the older I get, the more I'm like 10 years is really short.
Bill has a recommendation. He says Backstairs at the White House is a good book for people really at work there, and that sounds good. And Lori is joining your book club on Zoom next week from Alaska.
You are such a jet setter, Lori. I hope that if you get distracted, I totally understand. Maybe you're looking for Lacey's home in the national park in Alaska, maybe. But that's very cool. I look forward to
sounds
chatting
like
next
fun.
week. Yeah, I hope you're able to make it. And safe travels. I've always wanted to go up there and I kind of want to do like an Alaskan cruise so I can see a lot of it.
That sounds like a good time.
What a great way to celebrate July 4th. So, yeah, these 6 books are available in the collection if you want to check any of them out. Of course, we have thousands of more books on American history, pretty much any subject you could want. I don't know about you, but like when I was a kid and we were learning American history in school, I feel like there'd be things like the Salem witch trials, and it'd be like a paragraph in school, and I'd be like, hold up, rewind, I want to learn more about that. Now that I'm an adult, it's really fun to like go through the library's collection and find those little things that I want to learn more about in American history. So that's my plug to you all to come to the library and check something out and celebrate the 4th of July with a good book, especially if you're trying to avoid the fireworks. I know they're not everybody's favorite.
Thank you all for joining us. This was a lot of fun, and I'm sure you were all faced with hard choices, just like I was.
Yeah.
Some of them were very easy, but I'm going to be thinking about that Statue of Liberty one for a while. Like, how long would it take? Yeah. Single-handedly with one, like, polishing cloth.
I didn't even, like, think about that. But, like, the more my brain starts thinking about that, the more I'm like, okay, if I had time and I could do it at my own pace with my own like, music in my earbuds, it'd be so satisfying.
Don't be afraid of heights, though.
Fine.
Okay.
I'll be okay. It's not that tall. Sorry.
Well, it might be when you're like dangling at the very top of it.
You're right. Perspective is everything.
All right.
Well, have a happy 4th of July. Stay safe out there. And thank you to everyone also who's been doing summer reading, adult summer reading. It's really fun to see a lot of you coming through. Summer reading is still going on through the end of July, so you still have plenty of time to get involved with adult summer reading. Reading any of these books, checking any of these books out could get you entries into some of those really cool prizes. So do check out adult summer reading if you haven't already. And we will be back somebody will be back next week, perhaps, hopefully. It's vacation
Somebody
season,
will be here.
Yeah. So tune in next week, same time, same place. Reference Roundtables, always going to be Thursdays, 3:30. And we'll see you then.
See ya. Bye, everyone.
Bye.